ॐ ज्ञानां त्वा गणपतिगं मवामहे कविं कवीनाम् उपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनं श्रीमहागणपतये नमः प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनिवति धीनामवित्रयवतु महासरस्वत्यै नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तिजे नमः अस्मिन् गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः देवीं वाचमजनयन्त देवाः तां विश्वरूपा पशवो वदन्ति सा नो मन्दिरेषु मूर्जन्දුहाना धेनुर्वागस्मानुपतिष्ठितैतु व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकदातं तपोनिधिं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्महृदये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः शिवशक्तिसमारम्भां भास्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मश्रीनाथपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रीललितामहात्रिपुरसुन्दरी समेत श्रीचन्द्रमौलीश्वराय नमः श्रीकाञ्चीकामकोटिपीठादिजगद्गुरु श्रीशङ्कराचार्य श्रीचरणयोः प्रणामाः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. We started about 5 or 10 minutes late, so I will keep an eye on the Google Meet, which lasts exactly for 1 hour. And I will stop at that time. Good. So last time we stopped at Dhyana Shlokam, which we completed. Rukmini Satyabhamabhyam Sahitam Krishnamashraye. I recommend for people to watch today morning's YouTube video also, because I was pulled into a lot of questions which I had to answer in detail, which will benefit all of you if you watch that video, so that I don't have to repeat it in the evening class, USA class. For those of you who are interested, geeky knowledge. Otherwise, Vishnu Sahasranamam, you will not miss anything from this class. So we start with the main shloka from Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. A quick recap, just in case people have joined late or people have missed any classes. A good chanting involves fundamentally good Akshara Shuddhi, Matra Shuddhi, Swara Shuddhi, Laya Shuddhi, and most importantly, all of these things are accomplished only if you have physical and mental fitness when you get out to do chanting or learning or even doing puja. That's why we always start with Dhyana Shloka. Dhyana Shloka is meant to normalize everybody into that 1 hour focused attention in the class, so that you don't worry about whether the gas is on, whether the door is left open, or have you finished your work for tomorrow, have you done your travel booking. None of these things should be lingering in your mind when you are into the activity. So the Dhyana Shloka slowly brings you to the ground and focus. You need to be in sync when you're chanting as a group. So that requires everybody to pick up the bhavam of chanting. Like you can't scream and you can't just run at your own speed, regardless of how others chant. You need to be able to adjust, recalibrate your ability to chant, speed of chanting, etc., to the group that you're part of. The next level of complexity could be different people come from different backgrounds, different learning, different schools. There could be variations in the script. So on the spot, you need to be able to adjust and not create a scene or arguments, because the aim is to do the puja and Parayanam more than anything else. It's not about you as an individual. So in order to accomplish all these things, humility is very important. No matter how many years you've been chanting or how great you are or what kind of accomplishments you've done in your personal lives or professional lives, it doesn't matter. Treat every opportunity to chant as a God's blessing and rely on the basics. Basics like one matra is one blink of an eye or one snap of a finger. Two matras is like this. So, one matra, you see, or you can use the blink, or you can tap like Carnatic musicians do with your feet if you're cross-legged. Whatever you do, that suits you, and that has to be consistent. So when you talk of layam or tempo, imagine like the accordion. Are you familiar with the accordion instrument, musical instrument? The pleats are all fixed. They don't separate when you expand it. It just flattens out or it folds up, flattens out or folds up. So what it means is the ratio between the hraswa matra, which is one matra, to dirgha matra, two matra, 1:2 ratio never changes. So I can chant like Vishwam, or I can chant like Vishwam. This is just laya difference. The matra doesn't change. Physical understanding is you can blink your eyes fast or you can blink your eyes slow. But the unit of measure is still one blink of an eye is one matra. So I hope it helps in understanding what I'm saying. The second part is some basic rules like half syllable. For example, Bhutakrid shloka, first shloka. Bhutakrid. Id goes with kr. You capture it that way, then it allows you to release the bhuta from the id bhu. The conjoined consonant gets split. Bhutakrid, bhuta, brid, bhavo. So that separation and grouping is important. That allows you to roll your tongue easily, and it comes only through practice. If you don't practice, it's not going to just overnight come easily to you. Whether it is Carnatic music or dance or Veda chanting, it's all about practice, practice, practice over and over again. And I can tell you from my other experience in Devi Mahatmyam chanting, there are people who came said, "Oh, I've learned Devi Mahatmyam 40 years ago," and that person was asked, "That is good. How frequently have you been chanting now?" "Oh, I haven't chanted for 6 months." The person was told, "Please go to the basic line. You cannot claim that you're advanced because you have lost that rhythm. You have lost that ability to just involuntarily be able to roll up your tongue and do it unless you have memorized everything." The person got offended, but finally realized the mistake. And the person was told, maybe you can come to basic to most advanced in 2 days, but you have to start there. And that humility is very, very important to accept. After so many years, I still fumble. I make mistakes because we are still preoccupied with so many things. I'm teaching so many things doesn't mean that I'm also able to implement it everything 100% of the time, all the time. So you have to have the humility to accept it, make the course corrections, and stay focused on the basics. So half syllable, take it with the full syllable. If I group it, split by splitting, doing the padabhedam, follow the same group. For example, Vishnur, Vashat, Karo, Bhuta, Bhavya, Bhavat, Prabhu. Don't trivialize it. Don't say, "Oh, yeah, yeah, I know. Why should I divide it as Bhuta and Bhavya? I can chant Bhuta Bhavya." It's not about whether you can, it's about mentally registering it as individual groups. It allows you to scale up or scale down effortlessly. So it's very foundational to your learning and ability to chant. So don't think speed chanting is expertise. Speed chanting with a lot of mistakes, you will acquire a lot of dosham than getting any palashruti. So if your aim is to seek the blessings and get good benefits, follow the rules which are laid out for a reason. And it also helps in group chanting when you're synchronous. There is a reason why we conduct group pujas and group events. It's not for fun, it's not for socializing. If you want good vibration in your heart yourself, you can chant in a single room in one corner, you can do it. You want to bring vibrations to your room, you chant in a room. You want to bring vibrations to your home, maybe you need 3 4 people to chant together to deliver that energy to your city, state, country. That is where it goes from Ekavara Rudram to Ekadasha Rudram to Maharudram to Atirudram. Those things are Sahasra Chandi or Laksha Chandi. They are all done for the scale. And you can accomplish that only if you are in sync. Imagine a Carnatic music where the violinists and the mridangis are all doing in their own time and frequency, then nobody will be interested in listening to that. It will be cacophony. So, with that note, start chanting, practicing. And when you are practicing, you don't have to do the same thing 10 times. That is not practiced. Like if you're committing a mistake and you're doing the same thing 10 times, Don't expect improvements because you're actually honing the mistake instead of fixing the mistake. So while practicing, put the YouTube video, play back and forth, and even if you pick up the individual words and focusing on, am I saying wish or no? No is sounding correct? Am I saying wish or no, which is wrong because that's a hard sh, which is not the correct pronunciation. If you focus on those things over a period of time, it will come naturally to you, which is what you want. So before we go into all the shlokas, I just wanted to reinforce the basics so that whatever you learn from now should be the correct chanting. So the first shloka again, Vishwam Vishnurvashatkaro Bhuta Bhavat Prabhu. Vishwam Vishnurvashatkaro Bhavat Prabhu. Bhutakridbhutabhridbhavo Bhutatma Bhutabhavanah. If you see this, there are so many one, two, three, four bhus. Bhu means dheergam. 90% of the time I've seen if people learn on their own or they have learned without getting technical guidance, they don't give enough matra for dheergam. Like bhuta, you have to ensure you're giving two matra for bhu. Bhuta. The tendency is to rush. Bhuta krit bhuta pridbhavo bhutatma bhuta. This is not two matras. This is a wrong way of chanting. So fix that matra for Dirgha Akshara consciously. Every time you see that bhu in the script, you must say, I must say bhuta krit bhuta bhrit bhavo bhutatma bhuta bhavanaha. So if you see bhuta bhavanaha, bhu is two matra, ta is one, bha is two, va na is one, visarga is one. So technically it should be 2 1 2 1 1 1. And if you are now chanting at speed, you must be able to deliver at that perfection. Otherwise, don't do speed. So, bhuta krit bhuta bhridbhavo bhutat. You see, tat bhutat ma bhuta bhavanah. So, this is the shloka. And the meaning is Harihi Om. The first word is Pranava, Harihi Om. And the chant opens by declaring Vishnu or Lord Vishnu as Vishwam. Vishwam means the universe itself is Vishnu. Vashatkara, Vashatkaro, the sacrificial utterance that gives life to yajna. When you do yajnam, the sacrificial utterance that gives life to yajna. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu, Lord of past, future, and present. Bhuta Krit Bhuta Bhrid Bhuta Krit Bhuta Bhrid is the creator and supporter of beings, not just human beings, all living beings. Bhava, pure existence. Bhutatma, the self of all beings. And Bhuta, Bhavana, the nourisher of all these beings. So, the first shloka presents him as time, space, creation, sustenance, and the innermost self all at once. That is the meaning of the first shloka. The second one, Putatma Paramatma cha Mukta Nam Paramagatihi. Now, if you see the nuance here, Putatma, Paramatma sounds very similar, where Hraswam, Dheergam are coming alternatively. But anytime you see Cha, don't chant it separately. It should be taken along with the previous word. Putatma Paramatma cha. It goes with that. Muktanam Paramagatihi. Avyayah. Visarga will get substituted by half of pa. Purushaha, Visarga will get substituted by half of sa. So avyaya, it is again ph, not f. I've said this before. I will keep repeating it for some time until it becomes known to everybody. F means you're pushing the teeth on the lip, lower lip. F. Ph. Ip means you're actually closing your lip but not completely closing it, as if you keep an orifice open for blowing air for while you blow a balloon. So avyaya purusha sakshi. Kshi, again you have to consciously give dirgham. Kshetrajno kshara evacha. After gno, there is a avagraha, which means you extend the matra. Instead of two, it becomes three. So, avyayah purusha sakshi kshetrajno kshara evacha. So, if you are not able to understand the matra, play the song. Again, play it, chant it. If you finish early, your matra is wrong. If you finish later, your matra is wrong. So, you can sync up your matra with what the way I have chanted. So, this shloka, the meaning of this shloka is again very simple. He is a Putatma, the ever pure self. He is the Putatma, the ever pure self, and Paramatma, the supreme self, the ultimate goal of the liberated. The ultimate goal of the liberated is like Muktanam Parama Gatihi. Gati means goal, right? That is the ultimate goal of the liberated, or of the liberated, to join the Paramatma. He is Avyaya, which means imperishable. Purusha, the indwelling person. Again, Purusha, don't take it in the literal context of male, female, gender. Wipe off all those understanding when you interpret our shlokas or mantras. Sakshi, very self explanatory. It is the witness. Kshetrajna, Kshetrajna, followed by Akshara. When those two words combine, it becomes Kshetrajnokshara. So, Kshetrajna, knower of the field of body and mind. Knower of the field of body and mind. Now, if you're learning anything in scriptures, catch these two words forever in your life, body and mind. If you understand these two words and understand the connection and the importance of these two, you're on the right path. And Akshara, the syllable is imperishable. Again, the syllable is indestructible or imperishable. This cluster establishes him as the inner witness and final destination of every seeker, right? So, since we are in Shloka 2, don't forget where we started and why we started. Let me put that reminder of a question. Can anyone of you answer why we started with Vishnu Sahasranama? Why this? Why we even got this? You can unmute your mic and say it. I mean, all of you don't have to keep yourself muted. Audio, video can be seen so that I don't read or talk to people A, C, K, S, and all. Nobody remembers why Vishnu Sahasranama?
This is because of Yudhishthira
Perfect.
asking questions, right?
Perfect.
To Bhishma Pitama.
Correct. So why did Yudhishthira ask questions? Isn't it good to recap? Why did Yudhishthira ask those questions? He should have been partying, right? After winning the war, he should be partying. I've already given the clue.
Advice on what to do.
No, but why was there a question at all in his mind? What drove
Because
him
of,
to?
after all the killing of,
Correct. That is the key
relatives
word.
and brothers and everybody, he's feeling
That is
he
the
wants
key
to know
word.
whether it was right or wrong.
Perfect. That is the key word. So that is one part. Clarity in terms of what he did is right or wrong. Despite being guided by Lord Krishna. Correct. So that is Bhagavan. Still, he is asking Bhishma Pitama. Why?
His perspective and experience.
But why Bhishma Pitama? I'll answer it without delay. When you are in doubt, you need to go to somebody who's called your guru, and you rely and trust your guru 100%. Bhishma Pitama was the guru for all, both Kauravas and Pandavas. And a person who is still alive in pain with the Ichamrityu bone that he had, and a person who is more impacted, he doesn't see Lord Krishna as the clan, as the family, right? His cousins. But here, Vishwapitama is the head of the family. And how would it feel, the head of the family, to see that 100 sons are wiped out? And here also, other than Pandavas, everybody else is wiped out, right? Including their children, including the unborn, if you're familiar with how it ended. So, he wanted to know whether what he did in the field, as advised by Lord Krishna, was right or wrong. And the question came up is, first of all, you should not kill somebody. Second of all, if you kill somebody, how do you know that you're killing for the right reason? And that is dharmam, that is not adharmam. And third is, when it comes to your own blood, it matters even more. And so one is clarity. Second is to manage grief. That is the reason why he had to ask those questions. A simple Q&A was not the intent. The more important question was how to manage grief. A point which I'm trying to highlight, because we all take it for granted. We think we don't have grief, or we manage grief easily without a problem. It's one of the most destructive thing that hurts humans. And if you don't know how to recognize and manage it, then you're asking for trouble. So that is the reason why Vishwapitama is giving all these names. And you also see the structure of the Nama. It starts with physical attributes of Lord Vishnu, and then the qualities, and then the impact, and how it relates, and why it should be the answer to his questions. And quite a few of that will be repeated in various shlokas over and over again, because this has to be reiterated for humans to understand and follow. So, third shloka. Yogo yoga vidam neta pradhana purusheshwarah. Yeah, sorry, I forgot one thing. Putatma paramatma cha. Then there is an unsaid pause. There are certain shlokas and mantras where these kind of pauses will be there. There's no way to put it in script or tell people why, what rule, etc. While we chant, observe that there is an intentional pause there, which is required as part of the meter. And make sure that you do that. Don't try to ride over it, ignoring those pauses. Those are intentional. So, yogo yoga vidam neta.
But morning you don't want to wake up.
Pradhana. Chitra, if you can mute your mic, please. Chitra, mic mute panni. Thank you. Thank you. Yogo yoga vidam neta pradhana purusheshwarah. Yogo yoga vidam neta pradhana purusheshwarah. Narasimha pushriman keshavah purushottamah. Here, if you see Simha, any one of you remember why it is Simha?
I was just going to ask. It's not Simha.
Correct. The reason is the dot is Anuswara. When Anuswara is followed by any of the Yara, Lava, Sasha, Sahar, any of the Aksharas, it becomes Anunasika. So, if you see the Kachata Tapa 5x5 matrix, there any akshara that is preceded by the Anuswara, you can either use it as im or in. Both are right. Like for example, you can say Shamchame, Mayashchame, Priyamchame, no Kamashchame, or Shanchame, im or in, both are acceptable. But anytime Anuswara follows any of these aksharas, it becomes Anunasika by itself. Again, if you go to Sanskrit classes or Sanskrit courses, established Sanskrit courses, there is a debate there. It is not applicable for all the aksharas of Yara, Lava, Shasasa. It's only Yara, Vaha, or some 4 or 5 aksharas. I keep it aside. I practice what I've been taught for years, and I believe it is good to go. But if you feel strongly about it one way or the other, please continue the way you have learned it. So, Narasimha Pushrivan Keshavah Purushottamah. Whatever explanation I gave Sanskrit grammar, if somebody feels it is overwhelming or complicated, just control I, ignore, and move on. So, the meaning of this is he is yoga, the very means of union. Yoga Vidam Neta, leader of those who know yoga. Pradhana Purusheshwara, Lord of both Prakriti and Purusha. So now here you get a hint of what Purusha means. Okay, keyword again is principle. This is not a gender. Narasimhavapu, which means Narasimha means the male lion form. Sriman, very easily, husband of the man of Sri. If it is we put in a Western language, Sri means here referring to Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi. So man of Sri is husband of Sri, Sriman, consort of Sri. We don't say husband. Keshava, lord of lustrous locks. Kesha means hair. Keshava, lord of lustrous locks. Slayer of Keshin. And Purushottama, the highest person above the perishable and imperishable. Purusha Uttama combined becomes Purushottama, the highest person above the perishable and imperishable. So what this shloka does is combines or joins the disciplinary, cosmological, and avataric. Avataric means profile. Avataric facets of the Lord. All three are combined in this shloka. The next shloka is shloka number 4. Sarvasharvashivasthanur. You see the visargas are already substituted. Sthanur. Then bhutadir. You combine the ir with the dir. The. Bhutadir nidhiravyayah. This is the grouping. Sarvasharvash Shivasthanur Bhutadir Nidhiravyayah Sambhavo Bhavano Bharta Prabhava Prabhurishwarah. The re dirgham has to be stressed. Sambhavo Bhavano Bharta Prabhava Prabhurishwarah. There's one more thing that I want to highlight in shloka number 3 is when you say Purushottamaha, such words, again, you have to pay more attention, apply that rule of half syllable with the previous one. So, it will go with sho. One it will go with sho. And it gets one matra for itself. Purushot, it will get one matra. Don't ignore it and move. Then tamaha. Purushot tamaha. In speed chanting, people generally forget the it. Purushottamaha, which is wrong. So practice it while you're learning it now. So shloka number 4, the meaning is he is sarva. Sarva means all. Sarva, the auspicious destroyer. First sarva is all, which is the soft sa. Sharva is representing auspicious destroyer. Shiva is the auspicious. Sthanu. Sthanu is the firm or immovable. Bhutadi, origin of elements. Bhutadi, origin of elements. Nidhir avyayah, the imperishable treasure. Sambhava, self-born. Bhavana is nourisher. Bharta, sustainer. Prabhava means source. Prabhu is master. So Prabhu plus Ishvaraha, Visarga becomes ir plus E becomes Ri. So that is why it is Prabhurishvaraha. Prabhu is master and Ishvara is again sovereign Lord. So in this shloka, together, what is getting affirmed is that creation, sustenance, and lordship rest in Him alone. He is everything. That is the meaning of this shloka 4. Shloka number 5. Swayambhush Shambhuradityah Pushkaraksho Mahaswanah Swayambhush Shambhuradityah Pushkaraksho Mahaswanah Anadinidhano Dhata Vidhata Dhaturuttamah. Again here, Purushottamah Dhaturuttamah. Anadi Nidhano. If you break it up, your tongue will roll properly. Otherwise, you are likely to fumble in that word. So, here, shloka number 5, meaning is He is Swayambhu, self existent. Shambhu, giver of bliss. Do you all understand the meaning of bliss? No? All of you are muted on video and audio. So, I am only looking at Deepa ji and asking question. Poor Deepa. Yeah.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
That was impactful. Everybody is showing there.
Yeah. So make it interactive. Otherwise, you'll not be able to retain what I'm saying. And if you make mistakes, it is fine. Nobody is going to laugh at your responses. I make mistakes. I get corrected. It's okay. So, what was the question?
Bliss. What is meant by bliss?
What is the meaning of bliss, and why is it different from joy or happiness?
It's a contentment.
Correct. That is the key word. You are happy. The next moment you can forget what you were and you can get sorrowed again. But you say that you are in a state of bliss only if there is contentment. That is a keyword. Or it is also the height of joy and happiness in the purest form.
And joy. I mean, there is no opposite of that.
Correct. So, yeah. So, Shambhu is the giver of bliss. Aditya, the sun-like one. Also the Vamana among Adityas. Pushkaraksha is lotus-eyed, which we have seen in shloka after shloka where it is being repeated that it's got lotus-eyed. Mahaswana of vast cosmic sound. Mahaswana means vast cosmic sound. Anadi Nidhana, without beginning or end. Dhata, creator or ordainer. Vidhata. Vidhata means dispenser of the karma's fruits. You did good karma, so you get this. You did bad karma, so you get this. So he is actually the dispenser of karma's fruits. Dhaturuttamaha, the supreme constituent. So here the shloka actually fuses self-existence with moral causation. Morality, cause and effect is being reinforced in the shloka. So shloka number 6. Aprameyo Hrishikesha Padmanabho Maraprabhu. Aprameyo Hrishi. It has to come from the Nabhi. Ha, Hr. Hrishi. And again, hr is r, not ru. There is a difference between ru and r. So Hrishikesha, Padmanabho. After bho, there is avagraha, so you drag it. Maraprabhu. So don't split it as Padmanabho, Maraprabhu. There is no word called Maraprabhu. It is im plus a that makes it ma. So you chant it in one breath. Padmanabho Maraprabhu. Again, to remember one thing, after ra there is no ip. Natural tendency of humans, you will add another ip there. Marap Prabhu. Avoid that. And you can do that only by practicing it when you're learning. Aprameyo Hrishikesha Padmanabhomara Prabhu Vishwakarma Manustvashta Sthavishtas Sthaviro Dhruvaha. So here again, practice the hard words first. Sthavishta. Stha, tha hard. V soft, ish soft. Tha again hard. Sthavishta. Sthaviro Dhruvaha. Vishwakarma Manustvashta. Again, tvashta, you have to be very careful. Ish is soft, ta is soft. Because you see a sthavishta and you are told that tha is hard there, tendency will be to convert this ta also to hard. So be careful. So the meaning of this is he is aprameya, immeasurable. Aprameya means immeasurable. Hrishikesha, master of the senses. Padmanabha, lotus naveled, or there is a lotus coming out of his nabhi. Any other information that you know in relation to this lotus from the nabhi? Very important.
Brahma.
Correct. Brahma came from there. Amara Prabhu, the Lord of the immortals. Vishwakarma, the cosmic architect. Manu, the lawgiver. Do you all know that there is a Manu for each of the era? Are you familiar with the term Manu? Nobody? Manvantara? Manu plus Antara. Antara means here it is not distance, it is the duration. Manvantara means the duration of time. So we are in Vaivaswata Manvantara, which means the duration in which we are living right now in this Mahayuga. This is part of Vaivaswata Manvantara, which means this Manu is headed by Vaivaswata. You will see that in your Sankalpa every time. Vaivaswata Manvantare, Ashta Vimshatitime, Kali Yuge, Prathame Pade, Kraunchat Dvipe. It's all about coordinates and the timelines. So, Manu, the lawgiver, Twasta, the divine artisan, Sthavishta, the most expansive, and Sthaviro Dhruvaha, the ancient and unwavering. Here, the shloka celebrates him as the unsurpassed maker and sustainer of cosmic order. The one who created the cosmos, and just creating is not enough. You don't want all the stars and planets to keep colliding with each other and everybody getting dislodged or burnt or thrown away. We can't even run our home properly in a coordinated fashion. But imagine this cosmos for which we don't even know where it starts and where it ends. It's running in a rhythm, nice rhythm. So he is the unsurpassed maker and sustainer of the cosmic order. Shloka number 7. Agrahyah shashvatah Krishno Lohitakshah pradardanah. Agrahyah will become Agrahyash. Shashvatah, half of ka. Krishno, no is hard. Lohitakshah will become Lohitakshah pratardanah. Prabhutas trika kubdhama. Prabhutas trika kubdhama pavitram mangalam param. If you see here, I stress the M at the end because there is a halant. If Devanagari script, you'll see a small line coming out. It is the most root form of any akshara in Sanskrit. And you're supposed to bounce it. Don't say param. It is param. You cannot add a vowel to it. It can't become parama, or it cannot become parama or paramu. It is param. The meaning of this shloka is he is agrahya, ungraspable by senses or words. Now, if you really wanted to be learning the meaning of Vishnu Sahasranama, these are the words where it gives you a lot of lessons. So, introspect on this particular word. He is ungraspable by senses or words. If you try to interpret it or extrapolate that statement, everything that we talk of our stula sharira, which is the gross body, and the senses, 5 senses. You all know what senses are, right? Anybody can reel off quickly? See, touch, taste, smell, hear. So, what does the children of today's generation ask? You all claim so many things. Where is the proof? I would like to see God. I would like to touch God. Everything is defined in science and modern day philosophy. It's all about these 5 senses. If I can do something by 5 senses, I will believe it. Otherwise, I don't. Correct? Still, we will sit in the same pankti, same food prepared by the same person, served in the same cradle in the same container. You will say it is very, very spicy. The other person will say it is absolutely not spicy. But still, we want to depend on those senses as the ultimate truth, whereas the truth is something else. So, it's a key message. Get out of that gross body concept and dependence on 5 senses. You have to rise beyond all this, discover God within yourself in the Sukshma Sharira by energizing and activating the Sukshma Sharira. That is the crux of the whole message. Shashvata is eternal. Krishna, the dark, all attractive one. Lohitaksha, red-eyed with compassion. Pratardana, the dissolver or pralaya. Anybody can say what it is referring to? Okay, so don't complain that I am digressing from Vishnu Sahasranamam a lot. Okay, by the way, I'm coming up with a lot of announcements pretty soon, which should answer many of these questions, and you will get answers to many of these questions. You need to know the timelines. You are in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is the 4th Yuga in a Mahayuga. Right? Then the next broader section is Manu, Manvantara. There are several Manus within one Kalpa. Do you know which Kalpa we are in? Shuklam Varadaram Vishnum Shajivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopasantaye. From Vishnu Sahasranamam, we have chanted that. we have pleased the Lord. Then Shubhe Shobhane Murte Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Parardhe Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivaswata Manvantare. That is the hierarchy of timeline. Within Shvetavaraha Kalpa, we are, which is the 7th Kalpa out of 14 Kalpas, we are in the 7th Manvantara. It's coincidence. Out of 14 Manus. The first Manu is Swayambhu. 7th is Shvetavaraha, Vaivaswata Manu. Vaivaswata Manvantare. In that Ashtavimshatitame, what segment? In that we are in Kali Yuge. Within the Mahayuga, we are in Kali Yuge. Within Kali Yuge, we are in the Prathame Pade. We all think Kali Yuga is going to end soon. No, it is just the beginning of Kali Yuga. It's a sad story. So you need to understand the timelines. So then you will be able to.
Prathamam Padam.
Prathama Padam is in the first 5,000 years. We are in the first 5,000 years of Kali Yuga.
Does it say how many Padams are there or no?
You don't want to
Kali
know.
Yuga?
You don't want to know because you'll feel depressed. Each Yuga will have at least about 124,000 years. And we are talking of a different unit of measurement year, not the year that we know, calendar year. So we don't want to know. As long as we can move to a better world, let this world run for as long as it wants. It shouldn't matter to us. So again, an incentive to attempt at moksha. So this whole process, when the Kali Yuga ends, there will be pralayam, means the entire cosmos will be dissolved. Nothing will be left except the Manu will be hanging there, which is what is copyrighted as Noah's Ark in the Western philosophy. There's no difference between what we say and what they say. So dissolver at the pralaya. Prabhuta means always full and abundant. Prabhuta. Trika Kubdhama. Trika Kubdhama is the abode of the 3 quarters. Quarters means it's not like quarter half full. Quarter means
Residence, right?
correct. So Pavitra, the purifying one. And Mangala Param, supreme auspiciousness. So the verse links his transcendence with his power to purify and bless. That is the crux of the whole shloka. So we will stop here. We are right on the dot. About in 2 minutes, probably the Google Meet will end. If there are any important questions, I can address it. Otherwise, we can wrap up the class. Was this useful or was it too much of detail?
No, it is
very, very interesting.
Okay. Then wait
the
for
morning session was even more engaging.
morning. Everybody is on video. Everybody asks questions, so I am able to answer them. Here, I don't know why you're all shy of showing yourself on video.
Too late.
Yeah.
That's just for today. Otherwise, I'm all
Yeah. I know. But I encourage people to come on video because it makes it more interactive live, as if you're sitting in person and teaching. Otherwise, I'm talking to a K, A, and S and letters on profile. So good. So if there is no other question, we can wrap up.
Thank you.
I would encourage you to watch the video, both morning video and this video. So that way you will know if you miss something in the morning, you can take notes and come back. And I'm yet to see any audio from anybody for validation. You can chant your audio, recorded audio, send it to me for review. I can correct it.
I sent you one. I will send you the rest.
You are the only one who did it. And I would like to acknowledge in public that Akshara Shuddhi was very, very good.
Thank you.
I can see that you're putting in a lot of effort to see what is being told and implement it. And if it is something new, if it is something that you have not been doing, you will see the difference recognized by people when you chant. It'll give them a different type of vibration when they hear you chant. And they'll say, please do it again and again. So great job. So keep it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a nice rest of the day. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Namaskaram.